So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. March 54.
Breeze now. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Breeze will try again on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
36. Line 36. Hey, Alpha. Watch 36. Here we go. Hey, let's get in that hole. Line 1. Line 36. I'm coming after you.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down now, it's Scott. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 16 yards, a 1st down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with the run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Wentz. And Sanders has got it complete. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and you mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
You're good. Right forward, ready. Hey, zoom. Slam.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes.
Ready.
So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on fourth down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Hey, who? Watch 36. 36 the mic. All right, T, let's all right, T. Check it out. Check it backer.
So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. Ready? Come on. Check 99.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. On 2nd and 9, Wentz to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end, Cook. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Throwing now is Breeze. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You had a horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? That one good for 33 and a first. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. Now Wentz. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. So after the INT, it's Breeze. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, 59 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, easy.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get position for at least 3 points.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Von Bell. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Charlie.
On first down, Breeze. Well, this is caught by Gill. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Breeze now to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Breeze picked off by his former teammate, Mcginnis.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Get walk. Under 10.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. A final shot before half for Wentz. He'll hit Jackson complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Kill. He's crazy. He's checking crap. Run.
Now Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Here's Jackson. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Well,
defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. Now Wentz. It's caught by Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. And we've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. To throw, it's Wentz. His throw incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll run with Scott. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Breeze out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. 10 yards, good for his Saints. First down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Ready? Yellow waiting, yellow waiting. Watch the slant. Watch out.
On first down, Murray. Murray has the first down and more. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 2nd and 15 now. Breeze. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. The Saints on 3rd down, not good, 0 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Breeze going to throw. And that is incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
He's checking. Crash. Kill. 21.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is going to be incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Eagles' defense able to hold. The Eagles' offense set to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll run on first down. Scott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Great 15.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Throwing now is Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Hey, easy. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. Mike, 54's Mike. Check.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Complete. Smith has it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray, his second touchdown of the night, as they are able to cut into that lead. He's doing his part, but still facing a sizable deficit.
And he would like to do more, but he needs help from the other two-thirds, right? He needs his defense to blow up a little bit, and he also needs special teams to maybe create some big plays and help them get back in it.
Lutz with the extra point, and that trims the lead down to 9. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a two-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
7 yards there and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Scott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Now a give, right side. Scott. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On third down, they turn to Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Fourth down now after a loss of 2. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And that is incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Breeze now. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, a little extra spring. And
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Switch. Sammy.
Back to throw Breeze. And Ginn's got it. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That's good for 28 yards. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. Here's Breeze. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
To throw is Breeze. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll move him back within 6 now. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least 1 play. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So it's a victory here for the Philadelphia Eagles, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, You think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From New Orleans, good night, everybody.
What you say, Moody? You said what? You think I'm gonna talk all that shit and then let you come back? I didn't need to.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. On first down, it's Scott. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's Scott.
I'm good to Mario. I'm good to Mario.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that grass that used to play on right and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On second down, it's Scott. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On play action, Wentz. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Had a bit of a lane there. Took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the 1st down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wentz. Open man here is Scott. Complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Michael Mookie.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Shotgun now for Wentz.
Get out of here.
Knocked away and incomplete. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, only thing larger than his name is wingspan as he knocks that one away.
Give you a chance, Mike Moody.
Time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
It's just me and you. It's just like 5-7.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And down inside the 15 he goes.
Everybody got this mic.
Good
Mike.
for an Eagle 1st down.
Everybody got this mic,
The
Mike.
opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Pretty good run there, 9 yards. Sets up a 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders.
Put the jet on it. Put the jet on it.
Front Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards.
Is microphone at your speed, Mike
They were
Moody?
able to strike first here on their opening drive. On for the extra point.
Hey, go get off the focus, boy.
He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
All day, every day, any day. Check 37, check 37.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he is going to be stopped.
You know the sad part is my defense is my best part of my game.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. On 2nd and 11 now. Breeze. Again has it complete.
No problem.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They run with Murray. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
You said what? Why is it pussy, boy? You see they got Sears coming back. Sears.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
No, I don't fuck about that nigga. Fuck that nigga. I hope y'all get put out. First game y'all playing to play out.
He's going to try and throw on 3rd down.
You know y'all the ops. You know y'all the ops, for real. Y'all talk shit about us.
Them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Y'all the ops, for real.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this.
You better have this mic before you can't never beat Mike Mcginnis.
So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it.
Hit that nigga through his face, Dan. Malcolm, knock his fucking helmet off.
Decision that pays off very often.
There wasn't 4th and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation,
but not a call I would make very often.
2nd and 5 now. Breeze. And this is going to
line his ass up, nigga.
Complete.
Line his ass up, nigga. You finna pay for your shit.
Deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Boom, nigga. You hitting her. I told you. We're gonna make y'all about to be sore today. Y'all gonna be sore.
Sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they play the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Yeah.
Pick your game up. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Mike, 36. Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze.
Man, that's bullshit. I got picked.
Running back Camara. And he gets
I got picked. Man, look at this shit. They picked. That's a legal screen. Look at that. Come
Able to
on.
convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Try to pound it in, Camara.
Thank you, Mike Mooney. Thank
goes
you.
Backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Check. Come get some. Come get some. Here, one. Jim. Check it out, please. Hey, kill.
Here's Breeze to throw. Incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction.
Man, you see what I'm saying?
They've got something good going there.
You got this microphone on the time, man. I'll put my headphones back on, man.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the gun, it's Breeze. Forced out to his left.
Man.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints.
All I can do is laugh at that stupid shit, man.
Grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
Stand back up.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll run on first down. Scott. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Demario Davis there on the stop.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
They're trying to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
You trying to prove, like, what you trying to prove, dog?
On second down now. It's got 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Boy, don't let me, when I find this fucking song I want, I'm going to get chaos.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try to find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10.
You want some attention? I'm about to show you some attention.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. And now have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it.
If I would have hit you, you was going to
I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
I took my hand off the turbo and everything.
Pick up first down, New Orleans.
Young lady, you kill. Here goes 21. Hey, easy. Hey, Alpha.
Fuck.
On first and 10, here's Breeze. throwing middle, but it's
You're not sitting in that pocket anymore,
He
bro.
was trying to get it to his running back.
You see that nigga Darby was on your ass.
Second down. CD, while we have a quick second here, I want to give a shout-out to 3 teams
I know it.
who all got wins in Week 12. The
I'll wait
Dolphins,
till you let
the
that bitch go.
Redskins, and for their first win of the season, the Bengals.
How about you? I love your empathy, right? You hate to see teams struggle like this. Hate to see teams that are down. And when they get wins, you come with a little bounce, don't you? You got a little extra spring in your step. Those Bengals, and they beat the Jets, who at the time were hot, right? They won 3 in a row. How about Washington? That win over Carolina. And then, of course, the Dolphins. No one really saw that coming. Their win over Philadelphia, even though it was at home. Could those wins for those teams be the death knell for the teams that lost? The Jets, we're not going to talk about them anymore. Carolina, they still thought maybe a late run could put them in the playoff race in the NFC South.
Fuck me.
And it happened in Philadelphia. But they're not out of it. No. They still
I gotta get up out of that shit now.
If they win out,
That's
they
over.
go 9-7
That's over now.
and win the NFC East.
Yeah, because they're just one game back at 6-6 Dallas. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Breeze now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
Interception, fellas. I smell it. Or sack.
Breeze to throw again. This is caught by Gill. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
It must be not pressing.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Yeah, you ain't no dummy.
And Lutz puts this one through. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
Let me see what I can pull out of this.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make because you just get out of there. You're
I'm pressing timeout before I even see if he called
it. To take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive.
All right, Mike Moody. It's time for you to fall, my boy. About to go on, what's this, going to be my 3rd game winning streak?
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The tackle there by Crayvon LeBlanc.
Coach Cox about to clean that up real quick. Yeah.
Again, it's
Ain't no dummy.
And an alley to run. And they'll get him down.
Drew Brees ain't gonna get to use that fucking X Factor fucking with me, nigga.
For the Saints, first down.
They're trying to show they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And some space here.
Do all of that shit. You can do all that shit.
Inside the 15 before
you can do all of that. All you need to do, man. You ain't about to get past me.
There and also a first down.
And dance,
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And he is into the end end zone. Touchdown.
I gotta do the SpongeBob and shit. Alright, I'm about to beat your ass.
Touchdown run. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Lutz good on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown the second half scored against them.
They were down.
Real for you, dog. Get real for you.
They're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. There you go again with Scott. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. They've really been able to contain Alshon Jeffrey. That catch a rare exception in this game.
And that's a feather in their cap because he's such a tone setter for his team on offense that they try and get him the ball early. And, of course, what comes after that is often. And for them to limit him and him not catch a ball until the second half, it's a big reason why his team is behind us.
Jordan about to get off on your ass. We better chill out.
35-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. On first, they go right back to Howard. And this time, the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. The defense is saying, okay, now that's more like it.
Yeah, we hear from coaches all the time how they preach a next play mentality. Doesn't matter whether the previous one was good or bad. You move on to the next one. But we just saw evidence of that happening right there.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
Come here, laddie.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
You ain't done.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Buying the field over and ain't going for it.
Drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Got you. Let me say.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. As
you ain't going to do that
for the 2nd time. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
I love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of. So many guys now would look at it and say, you got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot. Yeah. But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well played.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
No.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Breeze. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
You goddamn right. I ain't worried about it. I ain't fucked up about it.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
Let's see what you're doing. What's up?
Check 50. Check 50.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
That nigga Flex scared the shit out you, didn't he?
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Now Scott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Wentz now on first down. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here's Wentz to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 35.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. On first down, Scott. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done.
She
They
can.
got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
What you doing? Okay.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Now a 2nd down run. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Yeah, she said yeah. Gotta go to where? Gotta go to where? Where you going, Margo? Yeah. She said yeah. Yeah, she told me to bring her.
Breeze to throw.
Okay. Bitch! Give me that! Nigga! Let's go! Let's go!
Get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Cravon LeBlanc with a pick.
6!
A critical error there. A tight game with the fourth.
Let's go! Sick of this fucking nigga, man.
Taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now a give right side. It's Scott, and he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now a give right side. Scott slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. Wins to throw. And it's...
Wow! That's how you do it, nigga!
So
Oh, my
rally here in the final minute. And an extra point away from tying this game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as it kicks away. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
What's up?
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be
equally
intense here
you
on
go
second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Huh?
Now Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. And it's 3rd down.
Boom! Hit that nigga in. Get that shit the fuck up out your fucking hand, goofy ass nigga. So get this nigga anyway.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hello? She got a little bit.
Back to throw Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is
with me, nigga.
Intercepted.
You said fool's gonna call.
Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
She told me she was gonna do something.
Thomas
What is it now?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Okay.
They'll try the left side. It's Scott.
She's sleeping.
And he's corralled at the 40,
I know she would, because she
but
told
not
me
before
she
picking
would.
up 8. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes.
Carter. Your mama
So
woke?
a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
Huh? She what?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the
Tell her come
decision
here.
to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it down and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7.
56, 56, check, 54, Tokyo! Go! Solid.
Working from the gun. Wentz escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep for... Oh, and it's intercepted. It's A.J. Klein, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. A costly mistake here at OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Alert three, alert three. Alert three. Shift.
First throw of overtime for Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. And you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
After the sack on first down, Breeze. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Graham, his second sack of the night.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Undercross, 13.
What can Breeze do now with his drive? He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Let's put that team on it. Mark 22, Mark 22. Check.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. This being their second opportunity in overtime, third overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation. Now's their time.
On second down now. It's Scott, and he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They run again with Ajayi. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 42.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. He's got the first down here inside the 30.
Cut this motherfucker off.
In for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.